Let's be real. Moving is a huge pain. It's right up there with the most stressful things we do in life. But what if it didn't have to be that way? Well, today, we're going to break down exactly how to find and hire a professional mover right here in the Houston area. Think of this as your personal guide to making sure your next move is actually a smooth one. So you're getting ready to move. Maybe the boxes are starting to take over your living room, and the questions are probably piling up even faster. Like, how do you find a moving company you can really trust? What's a fair price? And, the big one, what happens if something gets broken? Don't worry, we are going to get into all of that right now. Okay, so here's our game plan. We've broken this down into 5 key parts. We'll kick things off with a moving blueprint to get the lay of the land. Then we'll dive into planning and how to protect your stuff. After that, we'll look at how the pros actually get it done, and we'll wrap up with why going pro is just so important. All right, Section 1, the professional moving blueprint. We're talking about navigating the complexities of a residential move. And let's get one thing straight right away. Moving is way more than just chucking boxes onto a truck. It's a full-blown logistical puzzle. I mean, just take a look at this. These are all the moving parts, literally. You've got everything from picking the right people and setting a budget to insurance, packing strategies, all the paperwork. The list just goes on and on. And here's the kicker. You miss just one of these steps, it can cost you big time, both in money and, let's be real, a massive headache. Okay, so how on earth do you manage all that chaos? Well, it all comes down to professional planning. This right here is the foundation of a move that doesn't make you want to pull your hair out. It's what separates the real pros from everyone else. And where does that planning start? It all begins with one thing: an accurate, reliable estimate. But listen up, because not all estimates are the same, not even close. And knowing the difference, well, that's what's going to save your wallet. Okay, so there are basically 2 flavors of estimates you'll run into. On one hand, you've got the non-binding estimate. Honestly, it's just a guess, a ballpark figure. The final bill can, and trust me, it often does, skyrocket. But then you have the professional standard, the binding non-exceeding estimate. This is the real deal. It's a guaranteed price. The number they give you is the absolute most you will pay, period. So you're probably asking, how do I get one of those guaranteed prices? Simple. It all comes down to a professional in-home survey. A really good moving company, like Roadrunner, will actually send an expert to your house. They'll walk through, look at everything, your furniture, your tricky corners, everything. That's how they build a real quote. It's that transparency that gets rid of all those nasty surprises come moving day. Okay, so we've locked down your budget. Now let's talk about protecting your actual stuff. This is a huge deal, and honestly, it's where a lot of people get confused. Yeah, this is the question that keeps people up at night, right? If something breaks, what happens? Who pays for it? And how much do they pay? The answer to all of that comes down to something called valuation coverage. So, by law, every mover has to offer this basic, no-cost option called released value protection. And it's pretty much worthless, seriously. It covers your items at just 60 cents per pound. Let me say that again, 60 cents per pound. So imagine your brand new 10-pound TV gets smashed. You know what you get back? $6. Yeah, $6. It's not great. Now, on the other side of the coin, you've got full value protection, or FVP. This is what you want. With FVP, the mover's on the hook for the full replacement value of anything that gets lost or damaged. They break it, they buy it, or fix it. This is the real deal, the comprehensive coverage that lets you actually relax. Okay, we've got a plan, we've got protection. Now for the main event, executing the move itself. Let's look at how the pros handle everything from packing up the kitchen to signing the final papers. This is where you really see the difference. Pros don't just wing it. They follow a precise, strategic timeline. It all starts with that pre-move prep, the in-home survey and custom plan. Then comes the pro packing and detailed inventory. After that, it's the careful loading and transport. And finally, the delivery and all the final paperwork. See? Every single step is thought out and executed with precision. And let's talk about packing for a second, because it's not just about throwing stuff in boxes. It's a science. I mean, professional packers are like artists. They use the right materials, the right techniques. They know exactly how to wrap your grandma's china or protect your expensive electronics so they arrive in one piece. Now, all this planning and protection gets boiled down to one critical piece of paper: The bill of lading. You gotta know this term. This is your contract. It's everything. It lays out the inventory, the final price, the protection you chose. Everything. It is, without a doubt, the single most important document for your entire move. It protects you, and it protects the mover. All right, let's bring it all home. We've seen how complex this all is. So why go with a pro? What's the real difference you get with a company like Roadrunner? Look, the advantage is just huge. We're talking about crews that are actually vetted, licensed, and insured. You get that guaranteed binding estimate, no surprises. You get clear choices for protecting your stuff. You can even get full-service packing and unpacking. You get a real timeline, real communication, and all the professional paperwork. It's all about expertise and, maybe most importantly, accountability. When you boil it all down, it comes down to this one simple thing: peace of mind. That's the real product. It's not just moving boxes from point A to point B. It's knowing that every single detail, every little thing, is being handled by a team that has done this thousands of times. That's a feeling you just can't put a price on. So, as you start planning your Houston move, remember this: hiring a real professional isn't just another line item on your budget. It's an investment. It's an investment in a move that's secure, smooth, and maybe even stress-free. The question you should be asking isn't just who's cheap, it's who do I trust with my entire home? Make sure you find a great answer to that question.